Welcome back, class. This is a brief overview of practice standards for scheduling. It is highly recommended that you go into the practice standards for scheduling second edition for yourself and do your own research because there's a lot to be found in it. It's just a brief 5-minute overview for Group 10. And we'll go ahead and get into it. Effective project scheduling and time management are critical factors in a project's success or failure. For that reason, PMI has updated and revised the practice standard for scheduling, a systematic guide to constructing a sound and effective schedule model. Simply said, this is where you want to go to guide yourself on creating a schedule. Why scheduling? Scheduling is one of the basic requirements for project management planning and analysis. Scheduling provides a detailed plan that represents how and when the project will deliver the products, services, and results defined in the project scope, and may serve as a tool for communication, managing stakeholder expectation, and as a basis for performance reporting. Simply said, you're gonna put all your projects out onto a schedule, onto a timeline type of graph, and using that, you can go to your stakeholders and say, hey, this is where we're at in our project. This is where we're behind or ahead, and why, because you're gonna have times in there and other things like that. Schedule model analysis compares changes in the schedule model based on updates of progress, cost, and scope with the project team's expectation of the impact of these changes. The project team utilizes the schedule model to predict project finish dates in the form of schedule model instances. The schedule model provides time-based forecasts reacting to inputs and adjustments made throughout the project life cycle. Once again, just like you see right there, we have the schedule laid out. There's times on there. There's who's doing what. It's kind of breaking down the project into pieces, and utilizing that, your project team can look and see, all right, this is what we should be doing. This is where we should be at. And we can kind of gauge where we're at on the project using that schedule. The scheduling method provides the framework for schedule model creation. The most common scheduling model supported by all the major scheduling tools is the precedence diagram model, PDM for short. It is often referred to as critical path method, CMP. The critical path method determines the minimum total project duration and the earliest possible finish date of the project, as well as the amount of scheduling flexibility in the schedule model. It is commonly used in conjunction with program evaluation and review technique, PERT. A critical path is determined by identifying the longest stretch of dependent activity and measuring the time required to complete them from start to finish. Once again, you can see it right here in this middle path right here. This is your total project, and right there in the middle is the critical path, right? This is the longest piece of this whole project, and from that we can gauge a good end time. Key takeaways. A detailed schedule model will break up the project into manageable phases. So that's really key for your project team. The critical path method, or CPM, determines the minimum total project duration and the earliest possible finish date of the project. I know we did a video, or we saw a video where they talked about using this to determine what you should tell the stakeholders as far as when the project will be complete. Summary: the project management community has strongly voiced the need for a standard to promote the development of sound scheduling. So pretty much all this publication did was break that down, right? Using the fourth edition of the PMBOK, it pretty much broke down scheduling in a way that anybody can consume it and take from it and build their schedule off of. And that's pretty much it. That is the very brief overview of scheduling. Like I said, there's a lot more to it. Highly recommend that you dig in there for yourself and learn from that. Until next time.
Home run, bad bye. We wanna win, we ain't trying to lose. You must humble yourself, you need balance.